Well, we're back. I don't know, it seems like I'm busy every day doing nothing. But by God, today, we're gonna have more Allis muffler talk because I thought of some more things that I should mention. So here we go. This is the knockoff muffler made similar to an Nelson. This is the problem. Tailpipe likes to leave the rest of the muffler. If they ever get that fixed, they'll have something. Anyway, that's what happens. I've had probably 3 of these. I think one is not completely off. It's most of the way around. It's ready to depart at any time, but so far still intact, kind of. I should mention, in all fairness, I have that same style muffler on both of my CAs, and they are fine. Never had a problem, and I've had them longer. They were the first ones to come out. And that one with the belly mower on it gets quite a few hours, so take that for what it's worth. Revisiting our little glass packing muffler, that did not come on a CA. My memory finally kicked in. This is the one that came on my D15. I don't know if I might walk over there and shoot a brief clip of the D15 because I put an actual Nelson on it. Big improvement, found a used one. And I should give a plug to Alex, and I don't know his last name. He is in Cecil, Wisconsin. He runs A&W Tractor Repair, young guy. Great guy, great to deal with. Done a lot for the Allis community. And one of the things that he's done is he talked to Nelson Muffler, and this is a Stanley. I don't know if you can see the bend in that. This was on the 185. Oh, and it's really bent good down here. It was on the 185 when the derecho hit, and it got leaned over like this. So I pulled Alex's chain, and we got a brand new Nelson muffler on the 185, and this one is going to the swap meet in Missouri, provided I ever make it back to the swap meet in Missouri. If somebody wants a bent muffler, I'll sell it to them reasonable. This is a Nelson for a Series 2 D15. And I believe this to be new old stock. I don't think it's ever been on a tractor. Picked it up at a farm sale, reasonable. Was gonna take it to the swap meet in Missouri because I know this would sell in a heartbeat. But I've changed my mind. It's gonna stay here in case a Series 2 D15 shows up someday, because that could happen, you never know. I guess last on our muffler talk segment for today is this. And folks, I don't know what this is. It's a muffler. I mean, I know it's a muffler. It does fit the pipe on the Series 3 D17 in the other room. I think if you were to use it, you would have to trim out the hood, and I'm not gonna do that. And that's got a serviceable, I'm not gonna say great because it's a Stanley, but serviceable muffler on it. I really don't know, I don't remember where it came from. I just know it's here. It's been here longer than any of the farmalls that could have used it, and it's not got a big enough inlet for any of those anyway, so. Yeah, I don't know. It's usable equipment, so we're gonna keep it. A little add-on here. That is a 345 Husqvarna chainsaw that was my dad's. and it's a good enough little saw. I kind of like it, but it got to where it wouldn't run. So I bought a Chinesium carburetor off of the Amazon because I have credit with them, because the Volta handle on this camera, there was a screw up and they sent me 2 of them, and so they didn't refund my credit card, they just gave me store credit basically. But the Chinesium carburetor and all the associated stuff with shipping is about 28 bucks, so that saw is worth taking a chance on that. I don't know. The only other thing, I think it could possibly have a vacuum leak in here where this mounts to the cylinder. I don't know. Hopefully the carburetor fixes it and we have our little saw back. The thing of it is that this has got a 16-inch bar and chain on it, and whether it has the stump chain or the 250 has the stump chain, I don't really care. I just want one saw with a sharp chain to do tree work and one with a crappy chain to do stump work. So that's where we're headed with that. Well, let's shoot one more little clip before I go in the house and make lunch. Just a little update. I took the 856 up to a local mechanic shop about 8-9 miles from here, and of course that came together last Friday. I probably mentioned this in Sunday's videos. The weather got warm, and that's why it went, because it was easy to drive it up there and not freeze to death. I had filled that tractor almost full in anticipation of another plow day. So when that didn't happen, it got to where it needs to be with a full tank of fuel, and he needs to pull the tank to get to the injectors, which need to go to the shop. So a couple days this week I've been going to Baxter basically to siphon fuel out of the 856. I took 30 gallons out. He thought that was enough. He could probably handle it. So I don't know. He said he would call me, and when he does, that means the pump and injectors are out and ready to go to Des Moines Diesel for repair. So that will happen hopefully next week. I had an inspiration the other day, and I found the stinger for the Tweco welder over there. So maybe this weekend, if everything goes right, we'll find some junk steel around here and we'll try that baby out. I stopped at Praxair in Marshalltown yesterday. Give you a little dead time there, but I picked up this fancy welding rod case. I have one of these that I have TIG rod in, and this one I bought 2 pounds of brazing rod and put them in here. And these cases are nice. They're really tough and they're easy to spot. The man that sold me this told me I was one of the last of the Mohicans that actually wants to buy brazing rod. He says he sells very little of it these days, and I don't get that, but it is what it is. So I've got to go back there and get a tank of acetylene, and I think I'll do that probably next week, and then I've got another empty tank. So we're gonna get stocked up on gases around here. I usually just use Budweiser to do that, but we're gonna buy this stuff.